Here we go. All right. Good morning. Hey, listen, we are here at the Thankful Thursday. I got caught up between Thankful and Thoughtful Thursday, but here we are, Thankful Thursday, because there is a lot to be thankful for, right? Right? We got this. We finally got you guys fixed over here. It took a little while for you guys over here. A little off. Let me see if I can fix that really fast. A little tilted. But that may be just the way you guys are over here, right? You guys are good. You guys are good over here. Perfect. Thank you guys for joining me here today. I appreciate you guys being with us. This is Johnny Juan, your Playground Guide host here at the Fun Life community, where we really do want to help you activate, if not reactivate, that childlike faith that is inside every single one of you guys to be able to live out your childhood dreams in this playground we call life. It's all powered by the Ziglar philosophy, right? Ziglar Legacy Certification Program. And guys, these speaking engagements are filling up. They're filling up. I've got some scheduled at the end of January, some already into February. So if you want us to come to your establishment, to your place of business, to help encourage your businesses and help encourage your employees, help encourage your real estate agents, to help encourage whoever it is that we need to encourage. We're actually working with the restaurant here in town to be able to help their servers. And guys, they asked me, check this out before we get into the deal, they asked me if I had any restaurant experience. Do you guys know? Maybe you guys do, maybe you guys don't. I grew up in the restaurant business. I was 10, 11 years old when my parents, my mom and dad, would take me to the restaurant, and I would be cleaning tables. That's right. I would be cleaning tables. I would be washing. I would be sweeping. I'd be picking up trash outside. Guys, I got to the point where I was able to make it to the dishwasher. Woo, woo, woo. I made it to the dishwasher. After the dishwasher, I made it to the front of the restaurant as a host, learning how to sit people down. You think that was just, here you go, sit them down. There's a whole methodology to that thing, right? Every server, make sure everybody gets spread out evenly. Then I made it to the kitchen. Actually, I got to cleaning tables again. I went back to cleaning tables. And then they put me in the kitchen. And in the kitchen is where I started to say, there's just got to be more. There's got to be something else. And so I asked the manager for more money. He said he couldn't give me any more money, but the only way for me to make more money was to be a server. And back then, guys, I was not the person I am now. I did not want to be a server. I was trying not to go be in front of people. But if that was the only way for me to make more money, then server it is, and the rest is history, guys. That's where I learned to try to do my best as a customer service. When we enhance the experience for the client, I noticed the tips would get better. I noticed the clients would actually come back and ask for you by name. And then it only took me about a year and a half, and then I got recruited into the sales world. And I'm gonna just stop there because my first job was timeshare. I sold timeshare for 2.5 years as a 18, 19-year-old kid. Got in, learned how to sell timeshare. And you want to talk about stress. You want to talk about closing. You want to talk about selling. Man, that's where I cut my teeth. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you for joining. I appreciate you guys being on here live with me. And those of you that watch the replay, thank you guys for watching the replay. But we're talking about having an abundance mindset to be able to grow your business in 2024 into that overflow state, right? That is my word for 2024, overflow. And it's not necessarily a word, more so than it is a place. Because when you live in the perpetual overflow of God's goodness, of God's grace, of God's mercy, guys, you can't help but help other people. That's the thing. That's what Daniel Rabbi Lampin said, that God is never happier with his children than when they are solving the problems of his other children. Now, thankful for you and I, some of his other children have some really big problems. I just happen to solve the problem of helping people to be more, do more, and have more. I also, because you guys know I'm a mortgage lender, I help people with financing. I help people with their real estate lending. And so a lot of times we're able to help them to be able to qualify for financing. And for those of you, hey, let me just throw in a plug right here for Cardinal Financial, right? If you guys know anybody, or if you yourself are on the fence of wanting to purchase a home, and you're that person that's waiting for the interest rates to come down, listen, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, don't, right? Brian Buffini probably said it best. Don't wait to buy real estate. Buy real estate and wait. All right, that's enough. Let's get into the program, because we've already talked about it. If you haven't seen the first two videos of this, go back and watch the one from yesterday and then the one before that, because we talked about practicing gratitude. And today in the office this morning when I walked in, I was just simply thanking God for an awesome day, thanking God and asking him to, let's see who we can impact today, who we can help today. And so we practice gratitude, have positive affirmations, and we set bold goals, right? Matter of fact, that's kind of what this whole deal was about right here. I went through a training with some real estate agents, and it was called BOLD. And so when you start to set bold goals, I call them BHAGs, big, hairy, audacious goals. And it doesn't matter what goal you guys have set for 2024. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, it's not big enough. They're not. They're just not. You're not giving yourself enough credit. All right. So then we talked about generosity and giving. We talked about being open to learning. And then surrounding yourself with positivity, guys. Environment matters. I can't stress that enough. Environment matters, right? If you take a fish out of water, what happens? It dies. You take a plant out of the ground, what happens? Yes, it dies. Guys, you have to surround yourself with positivity, with a group of people that's going to help you, encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to be more, do more, and have more. Why? That's a great question. Eddie, thank you for joining us. That's a great question, Eddie. Thank you. Now, what else, buddy? The reason why is because you're able to give more, to help more, to serve more. Guys, there's people out there waiting for you to become the best possible version of yourself. Oh, man. I was going to try a new YouTube streaming thing, and I totally forgot about it. But, hey, for those of you that don't know, we got IG over here, we got Facebook over here, we got the recording for later on going on over here, and then we're going to probably bring on YouTube Live over here. But we're going to also I have a way to do it all together at one time, but it's not working for me. So I'm working on that. I'm working out the kinks. But today we're going to wrap it up with Thankful Thursday, and we're going to be looking at the final 4 characteristics that you have to live in that perpetual state, can y'all see that, of abundance. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But what is it that you're going to have to do, right? The last things that we have to do is we have to have something called a technique of visualization, right? And so when we teach visualization, what happens is that we encourage you guys to vividly imagine your goals and desires coming to fruition. I mean, seriously, think about it. Don't just write down your goals. Imagine them coming to fruition. Imagine them actually happening as if they're happening right now. It's something to be said. And so it's going to help you out. It's going to help you guys out clear and come up with the more clarity in your mindset to be able to go in and align your mindset with the abundance that you're seeking, with that overflow. Here's the funny thing I've learned about the mindset, right? You ready? Your mind doesn't know if it's real or not. You're the one that makes it so. So if you visualize it, right, that's what I love about Albert Einstein. You guys know he's one of my favorite people that I studied in history for 2 reasons. Number 1, he was very, very, very brilliant. Way, way, way ahead of his time. But number 2, he had hair, right? He had hair. He had a lot of hair going into his older age. But think about it. He said this one quote, and I remember it. I'll remember it till I die. He said, imagination is everything, right? It's the preview of life's coming attraction. So if you can see it in your head, you can feel it in your heart, you can hold it in your hands. Guys, that's what we're doing. That's why we're visualizing as a kid. Remember, we're talking about the childlike faith, right? The fun life community. We're out in this playground we call life. When you were a kid, how big was your imagination? Anybody ever tell you had your imagination a little crazy? You're probably a realtor right now. You're probably a mortgage lender right now. You're probably a business owner right now. Because if your imagination was big, you're out there doing big things. And even if you're not, right? Even if you're just, in your employment with your employer, you're probably one of the high level executives, because your imagination, you're able to think. You're able to imagine these things, and whenever you get to the point that you're able to imagine them, it's only a matter of time before you begin to believe them, and then your belief comes out and manifests in the actual in real world. So here's the thing, guys: when you visualize it and you imagine it, all of a sudden it comes. I think Napoleon Hill was right whenever he wrote, Think and Grow Rich. Go back and read that book. That's one of the foundational books that you need to get in your head. All right, next one. Ready? Focus on the solutions. Guys, there's entirely too many people focused on the problems. You don't want to focus on the problems. You want to be a solutions oriented. You want to have that mindset of looking for the solutions. And I'll just go ahead and tell you, this is a bonus point. You guys didn't ask me for this, right, Big Mike? But what happens is, if you're not part of the solution, chances are, yep, you guessed it, you're part of the problem. So stop focusing on the problem. Start focusing on the solution. Here's what happens. You've got to remind yourself that when you focus on the solution rather than the problems, an abundance mindset comes out into the open, and it sees those challenges as opportunities for you to grow. So we don't just go through life, we grow through life. We don't just go through trials, we grow through the trials. We don't just go through the furnace of life, right? We're talking about the three Hebrew boys. They grew through, and I love, my pastor talked about it last night. They had a made up mind. They said, listen here, buddy, I don't care what your decree is. I don't care what you're going to do. We're not going to bow. We've already had our mind made up. We're standing for the truth. We're standing for what we believe. And when you stand for what you believe, guys, when you just sit there and you stand because you know that you know that you know that you know, nobody can tell you wrong. And that's why you've come too late. I don't care if this isn't for you. Keep scrolling. You're not my peeps, right? But what happens is when you find yourself with people that you connect with, when you find yourself with people that are your tribe, that are your kindred spirit, so to speak, all of a sudden you found something of value. You found something that can help you grow and become the best possible version of yourself. All right, we're going to move on because we need to finish up. So what that simply does is that it encourages a proactive approach to problem solving. And if you don't have the Ziglar 7-step goal setting formula, again, that's been my gift to you. Just simply type goals in the comment section or shoot me a DM that says goals, and I'll send this to you. My gift to you for 2024 to help you set those big, bold, hairy, audacious goals and reach them and live in that perpetual state of overflow and abundance, not just for you, but for your family, for your community, right? And here's where I really enjoy this part. It says network and collaborate. What I've noticed about networking is if you don't do it right, it's not working. Instead of networking, it's not working. And so you have to collaborate. You have to go out there, even for introverts. People don't believe me, but I am a situational extrovert. I'm an introvert I did not want to be a server. I started at the beginning of the live. I did not want to be a server. I didn't want to be around people. I wanted to just kind of go, do my work, get paid, and go home. That's why I tell people introverts are some of the best salespeople. You know why? Here's a lesson for you extroverts. They understand, and they always put themselves in the other person's shoes to be able to realize and understand what they're going through. And a lot of times they're able to talk them through that. And so when you put yourself in the other person's shoes, you're able to kind of ask yourself the questions, what's in it for me? So what? Whatever you're telling me, why does that matter to me? And you're able to overcome the objection without it even coming up. And that's what's so awesome about having a formula, right? Because that's all this is, right? Sales, loans, homes, selling homes. It's nothing more and nothing less than asking a series of questions in a specific sequence to uncover an underlying issue. That's what we're doing. So if you're not having fun in life, if you're not getting the money you deserve, if you're not getting what you want out of life, chances are you're asking the wrong questions. So if you want to start asking the right questions, call me. We'll have that conversation of what you need to do. All right, guys, I got about a minute and a half left. We're going to finish this up right here. Right? Networking and collaboration. Opportunities often arise through connections and partnerships. I encourage you guys to expand your network and collaborate with others, because you've probably heard it before, you may not, but your network eventually becomes your net worth. So it's not what you know, it's who do you know. And right now with social media, we are literally one click away, one chat away, one DM away from contacting that person. I've already met and talked directly to several of my favorite authors by a quick DM. Hey, appreciate you. Man, I love your book. Thank you so much. Blah, 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 blah. Send. They reply. It's amazing how this works. All right, so leverage that to your advantage. All right, and here is the last one, right? Here is the final, the 10th characteristic, or the 10th mindset that you have to be able to live in that perpetual state of overflow and abundance. You ready? You're going to want to write this one down. Celebrate successes no matter how small. Guys, celebrate the small stuff. You've got to give yourself. You've got to cheer for yourself. You've got to become your own best cheerleader. Guys, celebrate the small victories, because you know what? You're worth it. You deserve it. Celebrate them, because if you can celebrate those small victories, it's only a matter of time before you're going to start to celebrate those big victories. And so when we encourage ourselves to celebrate both the small and the big successes and the big victories, recognizing that achievements, no matter how small, get this, it reinforces the belief in abundance and it attracts more positive outcomes. Guys, that's why we do it. And so by sharing all of these principles with you, right, you can inspire a mindset shift towards abundance and overflow, setting the stage for the year 2024 to be filled with opportunities for growth, to become the best possible version of yourself. That is why we do what we do, guys. That's why we are here, and today is the final day. So tomorrow, I'm telling you, you're gonna want to come. You're gonna want to show up to Faith Your Fears Friday. It's gonna be insane. Matter of fact, I'm putting the finishing touches on it today, and this is probably the first one that I've actually really said, hey, I want to cover this, and this to bring you the most value, guys. I want to help you become more, do more, to have more, so that you can give more, serve more, and give more of yourself, your time, your talent, your treasure, your resources. Guys, a lot of times what happens is this, right? We're going to wrap this up. I promise we're done. We're 2 minutes over. I try to keep these from 8 to 8:15. But whenever you run out of resources, or you don't think you have any resources, you yourself, can you hear this? Can you hear me? Check, mic check. You yourself have to become resourceful. And so it's a choice, right? Everything we do, we have a choice. We make our choice, and then our choices make us. We make our choices, and then we spend the rest of our lives defending that choice. So today, I just simply hope that you choose that you choose the better life, the more fun life, to be able to become that better version of yourself that somebody else is waiting for you to do, that it actually helps them do the exact same thing. Hey guys, this has been your buddy Johnny Juan with the Fun Life community here, right? It's powered by the Ziegler Legacy Certification Program of Choose to Win, the foundational program of Choose to Win. And that's what we're doing, guys. So tomorrow, join me right here, 8 o'clock every morning, Monday through Friday. Did we say we were going to do Saturday? We're going to do Saturday, guys. So anyway, we'll join us here tomorrow, and then we'll set the stage for Saturday. I need your help to come up with a name for Saturday, right? I've got Mindset Monday, Transformational Tuesday, Wonderful Wednesday, Thankful Thursday, and Faith Your Fears Friday, but I don't have a name for Saturday. So I need your help. Put in the comment section. Send me a DM. Hey, what's a good thing for Saturday? Sensational Saturday? I don't know. It sounds a little eh. So, guys, I got to go. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you guys for joining me. Those of you guys who are on the replay, appreciate you guys watching this on the replay. Just hit hashtag replay or put a comment section in. That way I'm trying to keep a track of when is the most time that people are jumping on here, so that if we need to change it from 8 o'clock to in the evening, we can do that, right? I would rather go live, but I can simply record and upload it whenever people are going to watch it. Anyway, hey guys, have a great day. Have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. And here we are, 4 days into 2024. The 7-day trial period is almost over, so go ahead and buy now, right? Buy into you, buy into your future, buy into the best version of you. So come on, call me, 903-570-0052. I can show you how to be part of this Fun Life community and actually pay to play. Because if you think the free version is good, wait till you see the paid version. Adios!